Beyoncé thought she knew how to perform. Years of training, choreography, precision, every move planned. Then, 2004, Grammy Awards, performing with Prince. She asks for rehearsal. Prince says no. But I need to prepare. You're already prepared, you just don't know it yet. Stage time. Beyoncé waiting in wings, heart racing. Doesn't know what will happen. Prince starts, takes lead. She follows. He improvises, she adapts. 5 minutes of pure spontaneity. Ends. Crowd explodes. Beyoncé realizes she just learned more in 5 minutes with Prince than in years of rehearsal. Because he taught her to let go. 2004. Beyoncé Knowles is 22 years old. Transition from Destiny's Child to solo career. First album, Dangerously in Love, 2003. Massive success. Hits, Crazy in Love, Baby Boy, Me, Myself, and I. Nominated for 5 Grammys. Most nominated female artist that year. Beyoncé at peak. But still learning. Still growing. And most importantly, still controlling. Beyoncé's performances perfect. Because everything planned. Every step. Every hand gesture. Every breath. Hours of rehearsal. Days of preparation. Nothing left to chance. This is Beyoncé's strength, but also her limit, because perfection sometimes kills spontaneity. 2004, Grammy Awards approaching. Beyoncé will perform, but not alone, with someone. Organizers tell her, "Want to do something with Prince?" Beyoncé's eyes widen. "Prince? Prince Rogers Nelson?" "Yes, he's a fan. Wants to go on stage with you." Beyoncé can't believe it. Prince, legend, icon, genius. "Yes, absolutely." But then asks, "What will we do? Which song?" Prince has a medley. "You'll join." "Okay, when do we rehearse?" Organizer pauses. Prince doesn't rehearse. "What do you mean doesn't rehearse?" Means he doesn't rehearse. Just goes on stage and does it. Beyoncé shocked, but thinks, maybe we'll talk later. Plan. 1 week before Grammys. Beyoncé calls Prince. Phone rings. Assistant answers. "Hello? This is Beyoncé. Can I speak with Prince? About Grammy performance." 1 moment. Waits. Then Prince picks up. Beyoncé. Voice calm, deep, mysterious. "Prince, hi. Wanted to talk about Grammy. Can we rehearse?" "No." Beyoncé waits for more, but nothing comes. Why?" "Don't need rehearsal." "But millions will watch. Need to know what we'll say, what we'll do. Choreography, tempo changes." Prince cuts in. "Just follow me." "Follow you?" "Prince, this is Grammys. Everything needs to be perfect. If we don't rehearse..." "Beyoncé, you're already perfect. But perfection sometimes becomes prison." Beyoncé stays silent. What does he mean? Prince continues. "You've planned everything for years. Controlled. But real magic on stage happens when you don't control. When you let go." "But how will I know what you'll do?" "You won't know. You'll feel." "Prince, I don't work that way. Everything needs to be planned." "Then work differently this time. Trust me. Trust yourself. Go on stage. Listen. Feel. React." Beyoncé takes deep breath. This is scary, but also exciting. "Okay, I'll try." "Good. See you on stage." Hangs up. Beyoncé sits there, phone in hand, thinking, what did I do? Next week, Beyoncé not comfortable. Normally before performance, she knows everything, every detail. Now, knows nothing. To assistant, "Can you find Prince's set list?" "Tried, won't give. Says, you'll see on stage." Beyoncé nervous. How does this work? How do I prepare? But deep inside, something changing. Maybe this is good thing? Years of controlling everything, knowing every move by heart. But Prince right. Sometimes this feels like prison. Grammy night arrives. Beyoncé at Staples Center, Los Angeles. Backstage, getting ready. Makeup, hair, costume. But mind elsewhere. A friend, "You okay?" "Don't know. We never rehearsed." "Don't know what he'll do." With Prince, wow. He's legend. Just go with flow. But I don't go with flow, I plan. Maybe this time do different. Beyoncé nods. I know, but scary. Hours pass. Beyoncé's own performance. Crazy in love. Dangerously in love. Everything perfect, as planned. Choreography flawless. Applause. Beyoncé leaves stage, but now must return. With Prince. Goes to Wings. Prince there, with guitar. Calm. Beyoncé looks at him. Hello. Prince smiles. Ready? Don't think so. Good, then you're really ready. Beyoncé confused. What? Prince, if you were confident, ego would go on stage. But with doubt, art goes on stage. Today bring art. Beyoncé nods, trying to understand. Assistant, 2 minutes. Prince picks up guitar. Let's go. Stage. Dark. Crowd waiting. Announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, Prince. Lights on. Prince on stage, alone. With guitar. Starts playing. Purple Rain. Crowd goes wild. Standing up. Beyoncé in Wings. Watching, waiting. Prince playing. Magnificent. Spiritual. Powerful. Then turns. Looks at Beyoncé. Nods with head. Come. Beyoncé walks on stage. Slowly. Holding microphone. Prince close to her. Whispers. Sing. How you feel. Beyoncé starts singing. Purple Rain lyrics. Voice beautiful, but tense. Controlled. Prince changes tempo. Slower. Beyoncé follows. Struggling. Then Prince changes again. Faster. Beyoncé trying to keep up. Thinking, what is he doing? Why not following plan? But then understands. No plan. This is test. Prince testing her. Can she adapt? Can she let go? Beyoncé takes deep breath. Stops thinking, just feels. Prince changes again. This time changes key. Higher. Beyoncé follows. Adjusts voice. And works. Prince smiles. Looks at her. Approves. Beyoncé relaxes. No longer trying to control. Just flowing. Prince walks on stage. Beyoncé follows. Dancing together. Unplanned. Organic. Crowd standing. Applauding. Screaming. Prince plays solo. Beyoncé watches. Admiring. Then Prince turns to her. Points to microphone. Your turn. Beyoncé sings. But this time different. Because not controlling. Feeling. Voice more free. More powerful. More real. 5 minutes pass. Song ends. Last note. Last chord. Silence. Then, explosion. Crowd standing ovation. Screams. Applause. Beyoncé and Prince look at crowd. Together. Prince whispers to her. Good job. Now you know. Know what? What freedom feels like. Leave stage. Come backstage. Beyoncé shaking. Adrenaline. Team surrounds her. That was incredible. One of your best performances. Beyoncé smiles. But mind elsewhere. Looking for Prince. There. Putting guitar in case. Beyoncé approaches him. Prince. Turns. Yes? Thank you. Why? Because. Because you taught me something. In 5 minutes. Prince nods. I didn't teach anything. You already knew. Just allowed you to remember. But how did you do it? How could you do without planning? Because music doesn't want plan. Wants real desire. Wants soul. If you plan everything, soul can't find way out. Beyoncé nods. Understands. Prince continues. You're talented, Beyoncé. Very talented. But sometimes you keep talent in cage. Control cage. But without control becomes chaos. No, without control becomes freedom. And freedom is best art. Beyoncé eyes filling, not crying, but emotional. I'll never forget this. Prince smiles. Good. Because now you can't go back. You tasted freedom. Can't live in prison anymore. Beyoncé laughs through tears. Can't live in prison? Means now not every performance can be pre-planned. Sometimes must let go. Allow flow. Like you did tonight. Beyoncé nods. I'll try. Good. World watching you. Show them real Beyoncé. Not controlled Beyoncé. Free Beyoncé. Prince picks up guitar. Leaves. Beyoncé stands there. Changed. Day after that night, media exploded. Beyoncé and Prince's incredible performance. Best Grammy moment. Beyoncé and Prince chemistry. But for Beyoncé, what media says doesn't matter. What matters, something changed inside. Following weeks, Beyoncé approaches performances differently. Still prepares. Still rehearses. But no longer controls everything. Sometimes improvises. Sometimes changes plan. Sometimes flows. And team notices. Better. A choreographer. Beyoncé, before you were like robot. Perfect but robot. Now you're alive. Years pass. Beyoncé grows even more. 2008. Single Ladies. Spontaneous dance move. Goes viral. 2013. Super Bowl. Destiny's Child surprise. Unplanned moment. Iconic. 2016. Lemonade. Emotional, raw, uncontrolled art. Masterpiece. And every time, Beyoncé remembers. 2004. Grammys. Prince. 5 minutes. One lesson. Life changed. In interviews when asked, your most important musical moment? Beyoncé. That night with Prince. At Grammys. We didn't rehearse. Just did it. And that night showed me. Real art isn't planned. It's lived. Why does this matter? Why did this performance change Beyoncé? Because Beyoncé was perfectionist. And perfectionism great tool but dangerous master. Prince showed her, you can aim for perfection, but can't force perfection. Real perfection comes in flow, not in struggle. That night, Beyoncé stopped struggling, allowed flow. And result? One of best performances of her career. A music critic later writes, at 2004 Grammys, there were 2 Beyoncés. Pre-Prince Beyoncé, magnificent but calculated. Post-Prince Beyoncé, magnificent and free. Those 5 minutes were turning point of Beyoncé's evolution. Why did Prince do this? Why refuse rehearsal? Because Prince knew. Real learning comes through struggle. If he told Beyoncé everything, she'd just follow. But by saying nothing, forced her to think, to feel, to adapt. And that adaptation process made her stronger. This was Prince's teaching method. Not just with Beyoncé, with everyone. In midnight sessions, in collaborations. Always same. Follow me, don't think. Feel. Because Prince knew, music isn't mental game. It's spiritual experience. And you find your spirit only when you let go. Today, 2004 Grammy performance is legend. Millions watch on YouTube. Comments. Look at how Beyoncé watches Prince. She's learning. Prince is teacher. Beyoncé is student. Beautiful. This moment changed Beyoncé. You can see it. And they're right. Because that night, in 5 minutes, Prince taught Beyoncé lesson couldn't learn in years of classes. Let go of control. Trust flow. Real art lives in freedom. Now go back to this story and ask yourself, do you try to control everything in your life? Do you feel you must plan every detail? If so, maybe listen to Prince's lesson. Sometimes best thing is to let go. Allow flow. Because real magic isn't in control, it's in freedom. Beyoncé learned this in 5 minutes, and her career changed forever. Maybe yours can too.